Hello, Taurus. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. How are you, Taurus? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. I am here, and I think this week we are just going to try some tarot. I think that we're just going to give the oracles a rest, and we're gonna look at the week ahead. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you've not been here before, Taurus, I always read for the week ahead. So whenever you get this today, tomorrow, next year, it could resonate with you. Thank you for stopping in here. If you're my ride or die, the person who always comes back, I appreciate you. There will be an extension at the end of this video. Also, I'll be telling you about the private read sales that are going on if you want to hang out. Let's get into it. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus for the week ahead. What do we need to know about Taurus, my bull gang? All right, we start out with the Queen of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. We've got the Chariot. Ten of Swords is at the center of the reading. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Three of Wands. And we have the Star and the Two of Swords. All right. So, Taurus, it does look to me like there is something here that it feels like it's holding you back. You're being held back either financially or energetically. The King of Pentacles is here, and that's your energy. That is Taurus energy. It is Virgo and Capricorn, of course, because we're in a general reading. But we do have the Seven of Wands standing right in front of the King of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands is here. I'm going to say just make sure that you are not taking any bold moves or chances with your finances in the week ahead. I feel like it's make sure that things are stable. Make sure that you have what you need, but it feels like you're supposed to be holding back. I'm going to say from overspending. But possibly also it feels like a little bit of defensive energy as it pertains to whatever the King of Cups represents. So for some of you, it's going to be money. For some of you, it'll be the workspace. And for some of you, it'll be the home front or what is going on with you in your material world, like in the 3D world. But the Queen of Wands here, the Queen of Wands is the one who is going to make big, bold moves and is going to push forward. So I want to say that be careful with the way that you do that. If you want to keep your financial stability, I feel like you're supposed to hold back just a little bit in terms of your spending next week. We do have the Chariot, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Four of Swords. It feels like something is about to be released here. It feels like you've been trying to heal something. For some of you, it could be something that's going on in the workplace or something that's going on financially. For those of you who were talking about the King of Pentacles representing the workplace for you, it does feel like something's going to come up in the workplace that's going to aggravate you. And I want you to try and keep your footing, try and keep yourself stable and secure. But I also want you to, instead of reacting in fire, try and hold back or stand your ground. You may have to stand your ground in something that comes up in the workplace. Okay, back to the Chariot. So I feel like there is something here that you're going to release. Now, I think that this thing has been painful, and I think you've been trying to heal from it or get balance through it or learn from it. But it feels as though it probably is an emotional pain, Taurus, that you've been trying to release. I feel like at the middle of the week next week, because this is the heart of the matter, it feels like the middle of the week next week is there's going to be a release. It feels like you're finally going from the Nine of Swords to the Ten of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is a place that people sometimes will stay for a very long time because they know that going to the Ten of Swords is going to be painful. It feels like you're releasing something that has been hard on your thought process. Maybe it's an emotional pain, that something that you knew that it was going to be hard to let go or hard to release. But I think that you've decided that you've healed enough, and there's no reason to hold on to the pain, the thoughts and the pain of that any longer. It feels like you're in the Chariot. You've got this balanced thought process going, and it feels like you're getting stability of the mind by around midweek. It feels like there is something here that you're finally releasing. It might be something that has to do with a fire sign, possibly. It could be something to do with another earth sign, possibly. It could be a long-term thing, or you've been thinking about it for a really long time. But the Chariot energy is where we get our stability. And so it is, I feel like you are finally getting this emotional stability and clearing a path to some sort of emotional pain that you've been in. It feels like this is the last leg of the healing process, is what it feels like. So we do have the 10 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. I feel, Taurus, that you have a little bit of regret about things that possibly didn't work out in the past. But I think that all in all, you are ready to look into the future. It feels like you have leveled up in your life here, and it feels like you're ready to move forward in a very slow and I'm going to say a slow and analytical way. That you're really looking over things and realizing that things happened the way they needed to happen. In order for you to come to this place, it all brought you wisdom. It all brought you the wisdom that you needed in order for you to level out your feelings and release something that was really painful, emotionally or mentally painful for you. I feel like this is now going to allow you to move into the future, or to make plans in the future. I really love this card. You can see that this person is really looking forward to what am I going to do now with the future? Now, I think that, there is going to be still some regret about something that you had to let go of, that you thought was going to be for a long time, something, or maybe it was something that you were holding on to for a long time. But I think that finally, with this person that is this king that is on the 3 of Wands looking over at the 10 of Pentacles, it feels like this is what I want for my future. It's time for me now to get back on the path, heal myself physically, mentally, financially. It's time for me to realize that the 10 of Pentacles is what I do want for my future. And although there is a little bit of sadness, I would say, or regret from the things that didn't work out, I feel like you're no longer concerned with those things. I feel like in the future, there is a romantic partner for you, Taurus. There is romance, or the heart space. It's like your heart space is going to be in bloom. I want to say the heart space is going to be in bloom. Someone is going to catch your eye. It feels like it could be someone who is a water sign, but also we've got Taurus and Libra here. And after a long time of possibly feeling like you couldn't do it because you were in your head here, it looks like things are about to change. I feel like you are finally releasing the 8 of Swords, and it looks like the Emperor is here with the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody here is about to step up in your life and show you exactly what it means to be in a relationship where two people can share things, but also be autonomous. I don't have to be in your back pocket. You don't have to be in my back pocket. I'll live at my house. You live at your house. Like it's an adult's relationship. It's where the Emperor is free to do what they're doing, building their empire, and you're free to do what you're doing in your life, and all of the things that you're accomplishing in your life. But I feel like this is what is changing. I feel like you have leveled yourself up to the King energy, whether you're feminine or masculine. And I feel like this is what comes next. What's changing is that there is going to be a love, possibly, that is showing up for you here, Taurus, that is going to show you exactly how far you've come. It's going to make you look back, but it's going to make you look back in a way of, wow, this is now the energy that I'm attracting. Look, you can fight with me if you want in the comments, but we are only able to attract our own vibration. And I feel like your vibration has changed. I feel like you are now attracting people on a different level here, Taurus. A different level. All right, let's take a look at this King of Pentacles here. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. We've got the Judgment card. Very interesting. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, and we've got the Six. Is that the Six? Four of Wands, sorry. So you're about to get some financial stability here. And I think that there's somebody here who has been working super hard. And I feel like you've just sort of been keeping your head down, working really hard, reassessing the situation. Okay, maybe I was going the wrong way. Now I'll go this way. It feels like you've really been putting in the hard work. This is Taurus energy. And we do have a butterfly here. We have a bee, which indicates you've been very busy working on something, putting in the hard work on something. It could be you. It could be the workplace, your business, whatever it is in your life. But it's causing transformation. And I feel like the Four of Wands and the Judgment card are telling me you're about to see exactly what comes from all of this hard work. Taurus, I think you're so used to just keeping your head down and working. And that is your, I'm going to say, this is how you take care of the hardships in your life and the happiness in your life. You apply it to the work. And so I feel like you've been working really hard on something, but I don't think that you've necessarily noticed that you've kinged up, whether you're feminine or masculine. I think that you're about to see the fruits of your labor. You're about to see that all of this energy is about to pay off. The Judgment card is here, and it feels like there is going to be some sort of big revelation that comes to you about your stability. So if you are a person who is in the corporate world, in a workplace, I feel like you're going to be noticed for how you've grown within the workplace, whatever it is that you're doing. And it feels like a promotion, or it feels like you getting noticed by the boss, or it feels like maybe more money to do what you do. But for those of you who have a business, it feels like more business is coming in. People are now noticing that you're really a contender in whatever it is that you do for a living. And I feel like this Judgment card is telling me that you are about to realize it too. Because if there was anybody who I think doesn't really realize how hard they've been working, it's Taurus. Because you just keep your nose down and you keep working. So I feel like I think you're going to have to stand up to somebody, it looks like, in this week ahead here. Stand up to someone or a situation. I also said, like, I feel like for some of you, it's like you need to remember to respond and not react to a situation that I think is coming up here for you. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. We've got the World card. We've got the Page of Cups. And we've got the Lovers. Okay, so it feels like you're about to stand up and be noticed. And it feels like it is because something is over. It's like something is completely changed within you. It feels as though you are finally standing up and saying, I am worth it. I am worth it. When it comes at me, I'm going to notice it this time. I'm going to see it. I'm going to stop putting my head down and working and reassessing and throwing seeds of intention and nurturing everything and everybody. I'm going to see it when it shows up. I feel like you're about to be surprised by, as I was saying before, you're about to be surprised by a choice that's coming at you. That maybe it's a choice to close the chapter, to close a chapter of all you have to do is work, eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep. I think something's about to change. Something's about to surprise you. And for some of you, it could be emotionally because, the Lovers is here with the Page of Cups. And for some of you, this is an apology. For others of you, this is someone who's choosing to apologize to you so we can just close the chapter. Now, it might not be because they want to start up anything with you, but it feels like somebody feels as though they need to close a chapter with you. It could be a Gemini, it could be a Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, possibly. But you stood up to someone or something, and I feel like this is coming back to you as someone who is showing up to give an apology, who is going to surprise you, and it feels like it feels as though you stood up to them and you walked away possibly, but they're coming back because now I feel like they want to reassess the situation here with you. It feels like they want to say sorry. Can try something different? Can, like, the page is like, can we give just a little bit of emotion to each other? The Lovers is that someone is doing this out of choice, because I feel like you've locked them out of your life. I feel like you stood up to them and locked them out of your life. Let's look at the Ten of Swords. Tell me what Taurus is going to be releasing here. We've got the Moon energy. Oh, the Queen of Swords is here. And we have the Strength card. So this is it, Taurus. This is the final pull away, it feels like. You are finally in this courageous energy where you have decided to pull your energy back from the people around you who are not hearing you say what you really mean and mean what you really say. So the Moon energy is here. And so I feel like this is silence, is what it looks to me, that you're just pulling your energy back, and I'm just not saying a damn thing. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to fight with you. You're just going to go online one day and I am going to be gone. And you are not going to be able to communicate with me, to see me. I feel like you're just releasing somebody, blocking somebody, and it feels like you finally found the courage to do it, because I feel like you've done this healing here. I think that this is something that you finally are releasing so you can move forward. No more holding back is what it looks like, Taurus. Let's just go one more here, and then we'll go into the extended. I'll tell you about that. Let's talk about this future energy here with the Three of Wands. Tell me about the Three of Wands, please. We've got the Four of Pentacles. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune is showing up. Ah, you are coming out of some sort of a place that you were in a comfort zone here, Taurus. I feel like it's time for you to get out there, because something is about to change. I feel like you have been, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm stable. Yeah, everything's going fine for me. But I think it's because you've been keeping to yourself. But the Sun is here. Something is about to break through. Now, when I see the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun here, it's because there is some sort of a realization, like a breakthrough, a realization that the new cycle is here. I'm breaking away from old cycles, and now I realize where I've got to go. The universe is here. These are both major arcana cards. We've got the Four of Pentacles. It feels like you've been building yourself some stability, and it's probably with this Seven of Pentacles and King of Pentacles energy. And it feels like you're now ready to invest in something. So Taurus, I feel like in the future you've decided you are going to leave the comfort zone, and yeah, you're going to leave the comfort zone. Oh, that was off the bottom of the deck, right? And in the future, the breakthrough comes that the new cycle is here. And it feels like this new cycle is something pretty great. And we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about that in the extension. We're going to clarify the rest of these cards. We're going to talk about this because we didn't even get there, Taurus. And if you would like to come into the extension, please look at the top of the pinned comment at the top of all the comments. It's right under the video. There is information there about how to find me for a private reading if you click on the link for Hypsee, how to get to the membership area if you're interested in seeing more than one extended version of this reading, because all of the videos are extended and they're all in the membership area. But if you just want this one, there will be a link in the pinned comment where you can just click to just buy outright just this one extension if you're interested in this. If you want a private reading, right now I've got live private readings on sale between 5 and 75% off. I'm also doing pre-recorded readings. Thank you for all your bookings. You guys keep me very, very busy, and I'm so grateful. Let's go into the extended. I'll see you there, Taurus. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I appreciate you guys. Take care. Love you. See you later. Bye.